Alright, so before the video starts, be sure to leave a like. Let's try to reach 15 likes to help support my work for free, and thank you so much for this. And I also want to say this video is purely speculation based on some messages we received, but it seems like episode 2 act 2 might include a map. Now what happened is Valorant dev actually respond after Dr Disrespect wants to design a new map. And it's pretty interesting because they don't actually respond to a lot of stuff. Sure, they respond to whatever is not working, what they want to see in the game, but not to the big Twitch streamers from what I've noticed. So legendary streamer Dr Disrespect is finally enjoying Valorant Games' first ever foray into the FPS genre. But he had some words for the game developers regarding the quality of the maps. On February 9th, so this is yesterday, the two took a look into Twitter to post some clutch gameplay which he secured the round. So let's look at this clip first to get some context.
God, I love this feeling right now. I love this feeling. I love this feeling. Just knowing that I can read the fucking situation like it's nothing. I love this feeling. Trust me.
So you know, Dr Disrespect being himself, he said Valorant is somewhat addicting. They just need a few more fun maps in the rotation, he captioned the video with. Flip phone is wide open, Riot Games, which basically means, yeah, I'm ready to basically start working with you, potentially if you have or want to have some maps designed by me or my team. And I know this sounds pretty much crazy, but Dr Disrespect actually had maps designed beforehand in his basic game. So for example, if Dr Disrespect wanted a map in the game, they made out a deal and he actually had a Dr Disrespect map before. So it's actually possible that in Valorant. The flip phone remark, which basically is a reference to a sketch Doc acts out on stream when he gets a call from another streamer, developer, or anyone else. It's really one of the best parts of his stream and can lead to some funny moments when he's talking to, for example, a Riot developer on how to improve maps. So what Dr Disrespect really wants to do here is tell Riot how to make a good map, or in reality, how to make a new map and his ideas. That's simply it, the big takeaway here. Though it has seems that Doc wants to actually just help, and he does have a lot of experience in that department, because we saw a big part in Rogue Company's arena map, right? So Lydia Zanotti, who is very much known for creating maps such as Ascent and more, and is also known as Riot Frisk, the in-game designer of Valorant maps. I hope I spelled her name correctly, but he said, I'll get you more maps, I promise, and then we can see a comment. Hit that flip phone, Rogue Company got a gem out of him already. I'd love to see DocX Valorant map, and that would be something cool, but Riot has specifically said we're not getting any community maps or based community maps in the following year, so we're not really gonna be seeing anything specific for now. Maybe in the future we will see some community-based maps that are actually made by other players, but for now Riot wants to keep it very simple and basic, just making their own designs, which are perfectly fine in my honest opinion. So this is really something specific. What's really important is she actually did reply to a new map. I'll get you more maps soon, I promise, is what she commented. But Zanotti concluded her message with a pleading face emoji. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like Doc will be bringing his signature violence, speed and momentum to a Valorant map anytime soon. As I said, community maps are not gonna be a thing for a while. Fans definitely want to see that, however, it's not gonna be happening so far. On the comments, many voiced their approval, hoping that Riot would let them develop on their tactical shooter. However, it's up to them to take an offer in the future, but it remains undecided for now. What's really interesting here is she actually decided to reply 20 days before Act 2. Now I know this is a wild theory or whatever, but it's Act 2 now and we still haven't seen any teasers for a map. And usually what they do is actually tease the map later on, just slightly before the map is coming out. Now we do get one map each episode, that's 2 maps per year, right? And there has been nothing so far, but it seems very specific that they have said that they want to bring out as many maps as possible, and they even sped up the Icebox one, and now they're trying to get to 7 maps, which is pretty important to note here, that 7 maps is actually pretty hard to make. And the sooner they can get to 7 maps, the sooner they can make best of 5s in esports, which is actually huge for those longer games that when extra map really counts on how a team performs. But there have been some teasers that are potentially for new maps, and Valorant Hub actually stepped in and talked about this a lot, so I will show you a clip of how it goes. Potentially seeing a new map from teasers we saw in calling cards before. Sometimes they leave some sort of teasers for new agents or maps, sometimes they simply don't and try to sway us away. So this is what Valorant Hub had to say.
You might have noticed I've been speaking less about new maps recently, and that's because I don't feel like we've had many teasers leading up to it. Most likely we'll see more teasers in a couple of weeks leading up to Act 2, so roughly a week or 2 from now. That said, an interesting Reddit post appeared recently connecting dots between the Tier 48 bridge between Will's card and potential new map signals. Pairing this post with the Riot devs responding with cryptic and mysterious replies, it definitely had me thinking. Okay, so we're looking at Reddit right now, and Kroib has posted a also saying very interesting, and then we have Riot Pretty also giving us some numbers. So let's break all this down right now. So first of all, Riot Rakia...
We haven't seen this map before. Yes, Valorant Hub did look it very well, but I do have something to add here. Them replying on the map that we will get more maps in the future is very suspicious, especially because we got some desert teasers before, what I'm guessing, and I don't know if they're really a distraction or not, but this could potentially mean that we're getting a map in episode 2, act 2. We can see here is Killjoy actually going near a satellite dish, which seems like is somewhere in a desert, and if Valorant Hub was correct on this one, this could potentially mean that something similar is gonna happen here, specifically because we really need desert maps. If the battle pass is true, and if Dr Disrespect's reply is not just a pure coincidence, it may seem like something is gonna happen pretty soon, considering we are in dire need of new maps in Valorant. What do you want to see next? Let me comment down below what map do you want to see, and thank you so much for subscribing. This is Fatman, signing out. Peace, guys.